Waiting for S4 to load. Loading. Hello and welcome to a game for the defense. That's right. I would normally hear my voice inside these kind of games, but today is the day for the defense for No Tidehunter taking on a DD in the group stages still for the defense. So we're only gonna see one matchup between these two teams. And welcome if you're joining me from inside the game client, as you might have realized that there is no official stream for this game, but don't worry, I got you covered. I got you covered indeed. So, no Tidehunter on the Dire side for this game, with DD on the Radiant side. We do have one stand-in playing today. It is going to be Crit that is standing in for Funzy, I would believe, who is not here at this time. As we see already some bans going out. It is the Magnus and the Darkseer being banned. Quite surprising actually, or well, let's really say surprising. But Darkseer being banned out, it is a hero that we of course, I mean, we've seen him and we know that he is still strong regardless of how many buffs he's gotten and everything like that. But he's not been banned out that often lately. It's mostly been the Undying, the Wisp, the Magnus still, and sometimes even the Bat Rider and the Sven, and even Templar Assassin sometimes makes it through for the first banning pool. But today also getting banned out by DD. They just have some heroes that they just don't want to be facing. On turn though, we have got a Sven and a Magnus ban out, which means we're still gonna have that Bat Rider, indeed the first pickup for DD, with the Bounty Hunter and the Undying for No Tidehunter, two heroes that we have seen in that banning phase so often before. But today we're going to see them in action, and we're going to see them on the No Tidehunter, Bounty Hunter and Undying. Will mean that we'll see Bounty Hunter on the off lane, most likely, of course, played by Bulldog. But Undying, I'm kind of hoping for an aggressive tri lane, though that's not really the style of No Tidehunter. But one can hope, as Undying is such a very strong hero to have on an aggressive tri-lane. Bat Rider, a hero picked up by DD, and we'll see what they're going to complement that with. I mean, with the Bat Rider alone, they're not really giving that much away, especially not, of course, since also No Tidehunter has got no mid-hero just yet. Bat Rider can take on that mid-solo role, but he can also go for a off-lane if they choose him to do so. And even so, I mean, he can even go inside that jungle. Multiple options for that Bat Rider, and they're taking their time to go into this next picking phase. They're even taking down their bonus time. I mean, we still have a lot of heroes that are normally picked up fairly early. I was gonna say Jakiro, at least of one of them, because we of course seen Jakiro so much since that buff. He's going to be playing a support, and we're also seeing already a pickup for the Luna fairly early, even though of course we have seen her also getting a lot of playtime. Luna will be the pickup for DD, and that will mean that they are maybe thinking about going for some more pushing heroes, as with that Lunar Blessing you can just start pushing so early. And because of that, we might also see a ban out for No Tidehunter for something like a Chen or an Enchantress, two heroes that also can start pushing fairly early. Two heroes that you just don't want to be facing if you already have that Luna that has that potential. Keeper of the Light will be picked up by No Tidehunter, again complementing a possible aggressive tri-lane. I mean, I can only hope. I mean, we've seen Loda play a what they call the Gyrocopter before, but it was on the safe lane. He still managed to get a rapier at the end of the game. Don't worry, he still did that. If you didn't watch those games, I think they were from Starladder. Sorry for the spoiler, I guess. But he still can do that. But the point is, though, they ran him as a safe lane, and that's something that I think personally is a shame, because he is such a nice hero on an aggressive tri-lane, and Undying, Keeper of Light as well. It can make for such interesting plays early on in the game, but we'll find out. I still have hope. And the reason I say, of course, that it's not normally No Tidehunter's playstyle is they like to play a bit more safe, a bit more control. They like to have that control on the gold, on the creeps, which is what we know them from most, of course. Control on the game, control on the lanes, just global world control. And on an aggressive tri-lane, well, the control is just a bit less because you're playing aggressive, and they just want to play preservative and use up all their use all their farm that they can get inside. Well, everywhere actually. We've seen, of course, also Eternal Envy playing that Keeper of Light as a semi-support, but also as a semi-jungler, with just stacking constantly and just illuminating through, so wasting no creep whatsoever. We'll find out if that's going to be the case this game. We have got indeed a Chen being banned out. That was to be expected if you have that Luna on DD. We've also got the Gyrocopter banned out, which is quite of a shame because I really do like the Gyrocopter. As I said, an aggressive tri-lane would have been nice, but alas, not gonna be happening. We've also got the Lone Druid being banned out. Maybe still slightly a respect ban towards Admiral Bulldog, but we know already that he has got that Bounty Hunter that he's very strong on, so we know already that he has a hero that he's feeling comfortable on, regardless of if the Lone Druid is gonna get banned out or not. Though I guess there would still be a spot in No Tidehunter for that Lone Druid, even if there was already a Bounty Hunter there. Well, not this game though. Or, no, it's banned out. Let's see what No Tidehunter is gonna ban out. Are they just happy with just having the Chen banned out? So if the Enchantress still gets picked up, I mean, that pushing power will still be there early on, but later in the game she doesn't have as big of an impact as the Chen has with his Hand of God, of course. They are gonna ban out another jungle hero. It is gonna be the Enigma also with his Eidolons. Well, those should not be underestimated. That's still a lot of pushing power going through, and they don't want to have that. We have got ourselves a Queen of Pain also being banned out now as No Tidehunter. They still need a solo mid hero, as does the DD though, depending on what their Batrider is going to do. But Queen of Pain is not going to be the one. Of course, Queen of Pain with a blink. Even though if you have her turn rate being very slow with that sticky napalm from Batrider, she's still going to be able to blink away at some point. So if you want to go aggressively in mid lane, you want to be having some potential of killing off your opponent, well, then a hero without a blink is probably preferable. We've got a Wisp ban out, so that's not going to be happening anymore, unfortunately. If we were going to go for some aggression on DD, I mean, they have got a dual lane already with the Jakiro and the Luna. Normally we see Lunas on tri lane, so both, well, semi-tri lanes with the jungle hero there, both for the push and also because Luna is just a fairly squishy hero, so you kind of want people around there to stop her from getting killed off. And we've got a Clockwork picked up. I like this. We have seen him a lot more lately also. Wow, we have seen a lot more heroes, like a lot more, haven't we? But Clockwork will be the pickup for DD. We've seen him on the off lane, if played properly, which I have to say I've normally seen him played properly, so that is very good. He is a very fun hero to watch, and with his hook he can just make big plays happening, and if it's one thing that I love, it's big plays. So let's hope for some of those. Night Stalker, another one of those heroes that can make that happen. He is gonna probably be played as a mid on for S4. Though having said that, we have, but mostly in the Asian scene, we have in the Asian scene seen Night Stalker on a tri lane before, aggressive tri lanes even, also safe lanes there, but yeah, it might still be an option. I don't think so though. Like we should be expecting S4 playing that Night Stalker, as we're gonna see what DD is gonna be picking up as a last pickup. If the Clockwork is off lane and the Batrider is gonna be mid, well then they need either a complement to their tri lane or maybe still a jungle hero. I mean, Enchantress is still in the pool, and we also got of course a lot of heroes still in that can be played in the jungle. Might not be ideal, but it's still possible. I'm saying a Nature's Prophet. I would be saying a Keeper of Light, but he's already on the other team. But there's a lot of heroes that can actually jungle. There's personally, I would like to see a Lina, because we've seen a lot more of her lately as well, and she just is also complementary on the Jakiro. Ice Path hits, follow up some from the Lina, and she can clear out the trees on the Radiant side. Of course, Batrider can do the same thing. Okay, I'm not gonna be having my wish though. It's gonna be Shadow Demon, and again, I mean, both Jakiro and Shadow Demon, fairly defensive heroes for a tri-lane they're gonna have. Shadow Demon, I always consider him the anti-gank, because as soon as there's gonna be gank on the Luna, there will be a disruption on Luna, so she will be safe, and the rest of the opponent team will just have to figure out what to do afterwards, and that might be causing some confusion. So he is the anti-gank. A bit. Slightly. But we're gonna see. Of course, if people initiate on him, if he's stunned up, then he can't disrupt himself, so that's kind of his weakness. But having said that, and we look on No Tidehunter's lineup, what stuns am I talking about again? Yeah, I don't know. The only disable that they have right now, the only real disable, is a telekinesis. So that's gonna be that one. Keeper of Light, of course, still has his mana leak, which could turn out to be a stun. But other than that, they've got some interrupts with the Void and with the Shuriken Toss, but no real disable, which is interesting. Interesting indeed. At the same time, DD, they have an ice bath, they have the lasso, they have the disruption, they even have the cogs, the power cogs for the clockwork. I'm not sure if I can really count that as a disable, but you know, you're being locked inside your position, so it's kinda nifty and handy and stuff to have that still. And a battery assault. Let's not forget that one. That must be one of the most annoying spells I know. And that's also, yeah, I can count that as a disable, definitely. Oh well, semi-disable, mini stuns, tons in a row. But let's see who's gonna be playing what. In case you're wondering, I will be kind of talking as if I'm streaming because I still want to have something going for VOD for later on. But yeah, that is me switching overlays then, so that's why I thought that. Luckily, I did switch overlays. I mean, I might have forgotten. There's no chat to remind me that I should switch overlays. Wow, this is interesting. And it is gonna be... Oh, thank you. They swapped places. So I thought like, okay, Loda is gonna be playing a Rubik. That is unusual because normally he doesn't play a Rubik. But no, it will be Eternal Envy playing the Rubik. So he'll be playing that as a support. Aki will be on his Keeper of the Light. We'll have Bulldog, of course, on his Bounty Hunter. It will be Loda on the Undying, so he'll be the one to farm on the Trial, and that's going to happen. S4, indeed, on the Night Stalker. And that's going to be fun times as soon as that 5-minute 52 hits when it's the first night time. And of course, we're going to hope for some nice aggression, as DD is already inside their own jungle, trying to ward up. See if someone's coming, see if they can catch out someone. Of course, they have the disruption to start off things with if they see someone. But we can see the minimap. They can't. And we can see... the minimap right here, as in, well, we can. Well, this is the normal map, obviously. They won't be able to find anybody. That's just my point. We have got the stand-in. No, one stand-in for this match is going to be on DD. Funzy not here, but it will be Crit playing the Jakiro. We'll have Link playing the Luna. Rise will be playing the Shadow Demon. Wait a second, telekinesis of the high ground by Crit. One tree. Is there going to be more trees? 2 trees. Crit is safe. Illuminate is still going to hit on Rise, but that is it. No extra harm done, apart from having 2 tangos gone, which is actually quite painful on the lane if you're gonna have that, especially since my wish came true! No Tidehunter! Switching it around and going for an aggressive trial lane as hoped for. So this is good, because we have now an aggressive trial lane and a trial lane from DD as well. As I'm just gonna continue introducing the rest of DD until when you know... Ice Path is going to hit after that disruption. Envy is going to be taking some harassment from that. Should not be dying. Telekinesis there might actually die. There is Rise still chasing him down. There's no help from other sides, so he will be staying alive. Aki will be trying to back away from this also, since he doesn't have his companion anymore, his partner in crime. And we'll just be going back towards the back on the lane. So we have got Crit playing the Jakiro, Rise on the Shadow Demon, I already said, Link on the Luna. We'll have in the mid lane, we have Calculus playing his Bat Rider up against S4. It's a fairly, really? It was intentional. He denied himself to the neutrals, I believe, to the Ancients, of course neutrals, as we saw that, just to have himself on full HP and mana again, and if you don't have any gold anyway, you might as well do that. Will save you a lot of time, a lot of regen time and walking back and forth. And we have got Shock Sky, he's going to be playing the Clockwork on the off lane for DD here, up against Admiral Bulldog. Both of these players should be getting experience, in theory should not be dying, although we see Admiral Bulldog already getting harassed a lot here with those flares also. If someone dies, it probably will be Bulldog, because Shoxka should be survivable enough, and he even picked up a ring of regen there. We're gonna see how it goes. Most of our time is gonna be on the bottom lane regardless, because that is where we are gonna be seeing the aggressive trial lane taking on the other trial lane. So this is fun. Just again, this is kind of the only hard disable that they have, the telekinesis. But if there is one, they have got a follow-up Illuminate, that will hit regardless. They've got a Decay going through, and that's going to be a lot of burst damage going through. Also, if Loda picks up the Tombstone, of course, will be even more annoying. At the same time, they're up against a Luna, which is a fairly squishy hero, even though, of course, she does have her Lucent Beam to burst out some damage. Keeper of the Light, as well as Rubik, will be very susceptible to that one. They've got the Ice Path to keep themselves secure, and might even try to go for a nice counter gank there. The same goes for the Disruption. Clockwork, why are you so low? He doesn't have any mana. Bulldog has got Janata again, surely. Might actually try to go for it. Will try to go for it, let's see. Actually backs off again. I'm not sure why. Ah, that's why. There's a salve, and it will be the first blood. It still happens on the bottom lane. I'm gonna check back towards the mid lane though, where the Shadow Demon tries to help out. S4 Flame Ray going through, and it's S4 that will be taking a dive. Yes, he will be. The 2 sticky napalm charges were enough for Calculus to get that extra attack power up, and that was the second blood, because the first blood still happened on the bottom lane. Link actually went down to the combination of no Tidehunter. Also, of course, part of because the Shadow Demon wasn't there anymore, he was only 2 versus 3, and they realized that, and they decided not to waste any chance and just go in on that one. And that's the thing, if you're running an aggressive tri lane, you have to get kills to make it worth your while, because otherwise, I mean, your opponents are going to be able to get farm inside the jungle. Well, that would be able to get farm inside the jungle, like there were troops there, but for now, not. But in theory, of course, the team that has the safe tri lane should be in favor of the lane, so the only way you're gonna get back on top is if you get enough kills to also go get some experience and gold for your supports. But no. Oh, wait a second. Battery assault going through Bulldog, going invisible. Shurika still chasing it down though, but it's just a blind chase as the Shuriken and Janata's still gonna go through. I'm not sure if Bulldog wants to do this. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He gets the kill against Shockscab. And that is Bulldog winning his lane on the top lane. 1 kill for him. 17 last hits going his way, with Clockwork being on 13 also. So also on last hits, getting a bit ahead there. As we're just going to check the last hits in the mid lane for a second. As S4 is on 19. Now 20 last hits, which is actually very decent for a solo Batrider, a solo Night Stalker there against the Batrider. Batrider himself has got 22. So he's on par basically with the Night Stalker, but both are fairly even, which is not something that you'd normally see and expect there. As by the way, you see of course the score being 2-2. You have to keep in mind that one of the ones on DD is the time that the Naya came there, or that Eternal Envy walked into the Ancients. Disruption helping save his life. Telekinesis was there. Crit gonna land a nice fat. Envy is gonna be the one to drop. Crit getting revenge with a dual breath, but the decay still goes through, and the kill is there too. Loda picking it up. And that's gonna be 1-for-1. Support Rubik for support Jakiro. But that's not something that you want to be doing if you are on no Tidehunter. The only upside from that is, of course, that it is Loda that picked up the kill. So that is good. It was, of course, Jakiro that picked up the kill on the Rubik. So that's the main difference that's from that encounter. But again, you don't really want to be exchanging kills if you're under aggressive trial, and you want to be getting ahead. It's just that simple. Getting ahead. Am I saying that right? No. Oh, Luna. Oh, Link. Trying to get himself away. Another decay will be there soon, and that's going to be enough to take him down. Almost 16 HP. Only 1 more hit needed. Link, he doesn't have any regions. There is his Tranquil Boots again. Has to pop it. It's not going to be in time, though. 1 hit will be all it takes for Loda to still take him out. And that's going to be another kill going towards Loda. So this is definitely no Tidehunter. Kind of winning their aggressive trial, and especially since it is Luna that died twice already. And that's the one, of course, that you want to be having. Luna, who actually picked up Dust of Disappearance because he thought he was going to be up against Admiral Bulldog. Shoxka now Telekinesis, Envy helping out here. Shoxka looks like it's going to be the first victim of the track kill going down. Envy running away from this still, though. Is he going to get a kill? No, he's not. Or at least, as in, Shoxka wasn't, but Envy did. Envy got the track kill there. So that's the first track kill. That's Admiral Bulldog being level 7 straight away. And that is going to be marking his probably leaving of the lane, just like this one, because it's nighttime. It is nighttime, and they find themselves a invisible Batrider, which they of course don't find because he's not visible. Lasso on Bulldog there. Here comes Telekinesis straight away, though. Dual Breath, Ice Path, Crit, still taking a lot of damage from S4, and now the chase is on. Running through the fire, though. Can he take this? Track goes off on the Jakiro, and the Void will pick him off. And that's gonna be the first kill for S4 in the nighttime, as on the bottom lane action going on as well. Keeper of Light, Aki, already being dropped down by the Shadow Demon as Loda is chasing Rise down to get revenge. The K going through, just the last hit needed. Can he get it? He should be able to get it, and again going towards the same spot as his teammate went, and again getting that kill. Courier just flying through because he doesn't care. Link cannot do anything here anymore, apart from trying to continue with his farming, and that's 3 kills going the way of Loda. The thing about an Undying is he's a very nice hero, but he is a bit of a mid-game hero. If you're going to be very late-game, that Luna is still going to be owning you, like regardless. The whole lineup of S4 is screaming mid-game. So if the game is going to last too long, all these kills that Loda is getting now will not matter, and it will be the Luna that should be able to be the hardest carry in this game. Because that is what No Tidehunter misses, as Aki is going to find himself a loosened beam, just harassment, as Link will be backing out. And they played the sentry ward, but that doesn't reach this one. That's a bit of a shame.
Tower is under attack.
Bit of a shame indeed. Loda getting more mana. Illuminate mana battery Aki will be on the job. In the meantime, Track, is it going to be another Track kill? Yes, it is. Night Stalker's having a fun time. That is his second kill, and even more so, that's his second Track kill. Now, we have seen this combination a lot more before. I mean, the combination of the Bounty Hunter Night Stalker. And it is becoming a lot more popular, and it's actually dropped down a bit again, or at least in on my games that I casted, I should say. But it is just Tag Team 101. Night Stalker in nighttime, Bounty Hunter with Track. Those two heroes already Night Stalker super fast with a Track, faster. Fast Bounty Hunter as well with that, and he's even got face boost as well. I mean, if they start running after you, and you don't have a way to like jump over cliffs or force staff yourself up high grounds or whatnot, well, but then you're basically doomed, because they are gonna be faster than you regardless. And that is something that's gonna be pretty painful for DD. I mean, the chasing potential for No Hunter is here, and if they're gonna hold on to this advantage continuously, then there will be no chance for Luna to get big, as we have got Calculus. He's being stalked in the mid lane by Admiral Bulldog. He's realizing something is wrong though, especially since Bulldog just walked into range of the tower, so he's gonna be very safe. S4, I don't think he cares about the tower. It's going to be 3 heroes mid here for No Hunter. Also Envy hanging around, but he is going to be going bottom again soon, as we have got also Crit just standing back, ready to land an Ice Path should it be needed, as it looks like S4 decided to go on a different target. Finds Rise, silence there, Void there, the K going through, bam, you're dead. Third kill for S4, TP in from Calculus, has got a lasso, but is on the run first, up until the high ground, sticking around though, landing some napalms, but he is by himself, cannot do anything, and there is 5 heroes around here from No Hunter. Every single team member is here. Bulldog as well finds himself Crit. There is not going to be anything done anymore. Crit lands an Ice Path that still hits on Bulldog, actually just walked into that one, but Rubik, Fade Bolt from Envy, still picks up the kill. And now it will be the end of the tower as well, and it's lucky for DD that they weren't losing more heroes than just that one, with 5 heroes on the bottom lane for No Hunter. That is a lot of aggression going the way of the lane where Luna was happily farming, but Link will just go middle. It's fine, he'll continue his farm there. And actually, with all these track kills going off and stuff, let's just put on net worth for a second, because, or for a second, I mean for the rest of the game basically, because that's going to be the most interesting graphs. I mean, who cares how many last hits you have if there is at least 3 track kills on already 1 hero on S4. Or was it 3 now? At least 2. He didn't get the track kill on the Shadow Demon earlier on the bottom lane, but it was it's a lot of track kills, and we see that back. Look at that net worth graph, and that is just because of the kills. Okay, they got some nice last hits as well, but the kills make so big of a difference right here. Such a big difference. I know English is hard. Avoid Link, silence. Gonna try to run away, cannot do anything. Silent Decay going through, and he actually backs out. Solar still going through. 66 HP left. Ice Path gonna latch on S4. Is he still gonna try to chase this? Might not be wanting to do so. More TPs in, or more TPs out, I should say. Link TPing out to base. And still 3 heroes hanging around here from DD to try and defend the honor of Link if he was sticking around, but he is not. He is not indeed. As in the meantime, on the bottom lane, 2 supports looking for a kill by from the looks of it. I mean, they're pretty aggressive. They just make sure, like, okay, you know what, Radiant? You no longer have a forest. Really? Could you stop doing that, Night Stalker? Oh, it's gonna be called back, recall by the Keeper of Light. Hello. That was a kill on the Clockwork solo top. Shock Sky was still there. He's not been able to get that big of that much farm on the top lane, as we're gonna have Link, silence, Void. Is he gonna dive the tower? The K going through. He is gonna dive the tower. 1 hit, 2 hit, bam! Fade Bolt, Rubik, kill steal, Illuminate's going through. Crit also dropping. And there were 2 heroes down quickly on this bottom lane, and they might even get the tower. I mean, okay, No Hunter, they have a lineup for that mid-game aggression. They're making it show. They are making it show. They're not wasting any time. They feel like, okay, you know what, we're ahead. Let's just go for it, and they are. In the meantime, gold graph is dropping towards the 7,500 golds, with the experience graph showing the same thing. And that's gonna be pretty painful. As we'll see the Illuminator going through here. Okay, Shock Sky, battery assault on 2 heroes, but he is gonna pay! He died so fast. Still managed to get someone with him though. It was Envy that dropped there as well as the Eclipse goes up. That's 4, has to run away from this one, but it's nighttime. He can do that. He's super fast. Link on the way out. Loda just chasing it down, doing his hero's name justice. Undying as he is. 1 more decay soon again will hit. Doesn't get the kill though. 25 HP left up on Link as Loda, sorry, Aki will just be put in the last. Who's still alive for now though, walking a bit through the flames, but not going to be going down anymore. Calculus trying to do what he can, at least harassing them back. Aki, I'm not sure what his plans are, still giving mana to his teammates I guess, and that's going to be useful. And there was only one hero going down on no Tyrant, which was this guy who was already back inside this bottom lane also. The only hero that really wasn't there, well who is now there, was Bulldog. He was on the top lane. Pushing the lane and farming slightly a bit, so he is going to be back here with the recall. Aki is just staying. He's got even a salve. That's nice.
Radiant's middle
being back up to void speed. In the meantime, the bottom lane is already void of towers. The tier 1 tower and tier 2 tower both dead, while the tier 1 tower in the mid lane still stands for DD. And I have to just point out, it is 13 minutes inside this game, and we already have 19 kills. And that is something that normally, if you're watching a game with no Tyrant, is not really happening, because they are normally the one that play conservative, play a bit careful. So I'm really liking this change. I really am. As we have track going off on Rise. That's nothing to go in on though. Or is it? Or is it? We have 3 heroes of no Tyrant still in the middle lane. One is standing in the base. S4, it is of course daytime. He has not got his darkness up for another 27 seconds. Tier 1 tower looks to be the goal here. There's already a tombstone up. Admiral Bola coming in from the side. GG. Having to be careful. I mean, if they hold on long enough, they can still take this game with that Luna if she gets a bit of farm. And she is trying to farm on that bottom lane. So all that's left for DD is just counter push, counter push, counter push. Delay their opponents. Slow them down. Stop them from pushing. It's going to be difficult though with that Illuminate to go through. And if you look at the lineup for DD, we do see that the only real turtle hero is basically the Jakiro with his Macropyre. Would he have that? Because he's still level 5, so he doesn't have that yet. I mean, yeah, I guess I can call the Clockwork slightly a counter push with his flare also. Bat Rider, nah, no, not that much though. Shadow Demon with the Shadow Poison also not that much. So those are basically the only 1/2 heroes there with Crit and Shoxka. As we saw the items by the way. We saw the Bat Rider having already a Blink Dagger. That might make a change in this game, as we have S4 trying to force Crit back, as they're just having to be they're just forced to give up this tier 1 tower. What did Envy steal? He stole the Ice Path, of course he does. Ice Path, one of the better spells. Well, actually you can't steal any bad spells from the Jakiro. Every spell is good to have. The 30% slow with a dual breath, the Ice Path, the Macropyre. You can't really go wrong if you steal a spell from the Jakiro. We still have everybody of DD around here though. If they can get a good pick up with a Blink in and a Lasso, up on S4. Need more though. Where's the hook? There's the hook. Shoxka, Power Cogs, Battery Assault, S4 locked inside position. Flame Break actually helps him out, but Lucent Beam from the side from Link will still pick him up. Now Loda looking for revenge. Being put in disruption for now, as that was actually a bit bad timing because the Eclipse just hit nothing. Communication is key, as we have the Jakiro being picked on the sideline, picked off on the sideline by the Keeper of Light. Link is able to TP out still, so that's going to be something, as the Shuriken Toss is still hitting, still flying, but it's not going to hit anymore. Or is it? No, it's not. But that was, that disruption. The Eclipse, I mean, he was all alone, there were no creeps around, Tombstone wasn't up yet, and then the disruption. Communication is key. But that was still a kill for DD. I mean, yeah, they might have traded it for Jakiro, but getting S4 on his Night Stalker in return for a Jakiro support kill, that is worth it. That is nothing to be ashamed of, and that is a good sacrifice, I guess, for Crit. As we have got in the meantime Roshan being taken care of by no Tidehunter, there's really nothing that DD can do here, and frankly, they're just going to use the time to continue farming. They need to. We have got in the meantime Luna, who's still sitting with her dust. Quite funny, actually. She, of course, as I said, bought that at the start of the game, or had that at the start of the game. I don't think she bought it herself to actually counter the Admiral Bulldog on his bounty hunter, but she was up against aggressive tri-lane, so a bit different than expected. She has got herself an overclock, so she's going to go for BKB. Will be very, very useful, especially just to run in there. And she is a very squishy hero, and there is a lot of magic damage going through. I mean, no more decays, no more illuminates, no more voids, and it's going to be really helpful indeed. Fate Bolt as well, as we have a Night Stalker S4 picking up the Aegis, by the way. A bit more survivable for him, even though he was pretty tanky already. I mean, he picked up a Helm of Iron Will, might be going for an armlet still if he wants to. He also picked up an Urn, Face Boots. Other than that, doesn't have that much more, but I do think, yeah, I was gonna say his armlet is actually complete. He should be having more. I was gonna say. We have Envy being called. Where's it being called to? Top. To defend the tier 1 tower. Envy is, of course, he's playing a support. He's got mana boots. He's happy with that. He's even got 1900 gold. So might be picking up a 4 staff fairly soon or something like that, because the mechanism is already up on Aki. He's already got 1100 gold as well. I mean, that's just one of the massive differences that the towers make. As we see the supports of the Radiant side, they don't really have that much, because most of the gold that a support get comes from those towers. And I mean, there's just no towers down on the Dire side whatsoever. No Tidehunter has all their towers still. It's actually, okay, you know what, let's not have a 4 staff. Since I'm rich, I'm just gonna go for a Blink Dagger instead. Also a very nice item to have. There's a lot of Rubiks that have got the gold. Some, well, mostly that are solo mid, I guess, are gonna be having both a Blink Dagger and a 4 staff. But yeah, I was just checking over items a bit more. We already knew the Blink Dagger upon the Bat Rider. Clockwork is also building towards the mechanism. Just needs 200 gold to pick up the recipe for it. And then he has that, which is definitely needed for those fights. I mean, one Illuminate and everybody is down to half HP. If you can just have a mechanism then, to make sure you can still try and take the fight perhaps, that will be a big asset to the team. As we have a smoker for no Tidehunter up on 3 heroes. They're going towards the mid lane. They're going to try to find some people as the blink is dead. Telekinesis crit is found, and that's going to be something stolen. Dual breath crit drops. It is loaded. That picks up the kill. Clean, quick pickup. As it was just Crit that was standing there by himself. Link was farming bottom. Rise is well, defending Link farming bottom, to be fair. As we have also a Calculus. He was just farming. He needs to farm. Same thing goes for Shocksky. They need more items. There is now a mechanism, however, complete up on Shocksky. So he has got the recipe for that. As we have the Undying. He finished up a pipe. He's also picked up a Vitality booster. We've actually seen a Bloodstone Undying before. But in this case, he might just still be going for Vanguard or a Heart or something, just to make him extra tanky. We'll find out soon enough as Loda gets put inside an Ice Bath, but they can't really follow up on it. Envy looking for Telekinesis, not finding it for now. We have got a hook in. They're gonna go in, and that's gonna be Envy already dropped down. Bulldog still hanging around there and might also die. Yes, he does. It is Crit that picks up the kill. No Loda. Last 2 up on him. This is DD fighting back. Pipe is up on Loda though. Can walk through the flames. Should be staying alive. Can the same be said for S4 though? He gets locked inside an Ice Bath. The K is going through left and right. Now it is Link that dies still. There's Calculus also dropping. Crit might be the next one. Might still be picking up a kill, but no armor targeting Link from S4 will help him stay alive with still a Jakiro as well as Calculus. As well as Link, all 3 dying. They only ended up getting 1 kill in turn. Only ended up getting Envy, and Envy actually bought back, I believe, to be there with the team. So actually no, Envy did not buy back. It was Bulldog that bought back, but he is back here already again. I mean, that's one of the assets you can have with Keeper of Light. You can just recall people if they just bought back. We'll be back here very shortly. 5 heroes in the mid lane. Again for no Tidehunter, as well, no more heroes dead for DD, because of course it is still fairly early into this game, 20 minutes in, and that means that they are not that high level yet. And that means that their death timers aren't that long yet. So they can just defend their base, or continue to defend their base. As no Tidehunter, I mean, they are looking for ways to stay ahead. They still have the Aegis, I believe, up on S4. Even, I mean, he had wasn't a risk of dying, but yeah, he still had the Aegis even if he did die. We have got no more last 2 up on Calculus for another 2 seconds, so should be up again shortly, and he actually goes in. He gets Loda. There will be an Ice Bath to follow up on Dual Breath first. There is a hook, and it's on 3 targets. Macro fire through it, but it is gonna be only 1 that died, only Envy that died. Again, Shocksky on the way out, no more mana for him. S4 actually decides to go for Rise, but he gets put into the disruption instead. Soulcatcher going through Ice Bath as well. Will now finally his Aegis fall? Yes, it will. There goes the Aegis. In the meantime, TP out from Shocksky. Does not want to be here anymore. Rise still staying here, but I think... Oh my god, that jukes! You can do it! They're looking for him. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, there he is. From the other side of the trap. And Rise will still next to take a dive. Would have been pretty nifty if he actually would have been able to stay alive, but he didn't have a TP scroll, and they realized that, so... He still died. 3 heroes again died on the side of DD. Again though, they are able to defend their base, and they're even able to defend their tier 2 tower, which is still standing on almost full HP. Although I have to say, again, they only picked off 1, and again it only was a support Rubik. not that ideal. Great hook though. Like it hit on, or at least and the power cogs as well. I mean, he hit on 3 targets.
Tower is under attack.
And the potential is definitely there. I mean, 3 targets and an ice path, necropyre, nothing they can do. Apart from actually killing off, of course, killing off Shocksky. We actually stayed alive, of course, but yeah. That was pretty nifty, of course. We do have the tower being picked up. That's no real surprise. They cannot give away the same fight again, because next time if they lose, they might lose more than just our tier 2 tower. And I don't want to lose more than just our tier 2 tower. I don't even think they want to lose their tier 2 tower. So they've got 4k gold up on Loda, by the way. Okay, it just dropped down heavily, as we have got actually a Mystic Staff picked up by Loda. I might be seeing a Sheever's guard there as soon as the pipe is up, and they're just going for this tier 3. Nobody's stopping them for now. Here comes DD. Ice Path going through. Hits on 3. Is there going to be more power cogs? Hits on 2. He actually walks out of there. Doesn't want to be there anymore. But he locks him inside the base of DD. Now Calculus tracked up. Slowed down. Can he stay alive? So far, yes. He will be dying to the decay of Loda, though, or maybe it was even the Soul Rip that was that one. And that is together with Luna, the kills for no Tidehunter so far. There's only 2 heroes dead, but it is 2 very important heroes. Crit still hanging around there, though. Gonna try to do what he can, but he can't do anything to save his tower. Blinking from Amphi. Ice Path stolen. It is Crit that still drops. Track kill again. It is Jakiro that buys back, though. Crit doesn't want to miss anything from this fight. They need to defend this. If they just have to hold on long enough, and then they might be able to take the game if the Luna farms up enough. But Luna, she died 6 times. Doesn't have that much yet. 2k gold, no buyback. Crit is gonna try to get away from this one again, because he of course bought back, and looks like he will be succeeding because of his Ice Path. Disruption helping out there, as we have Loda still being picked off there. So that's still going to be a kill, as the barracks now go down, or at least the melee barracks do. S4 silencing up Shoxka. No hook for you. Still chasing it down, though. He's going to try for a hook the moment he's on silence. He's looking for a target. There's a flare, getting the vision, and that's the hook up on Envy. Ice Path there, though. Here comes Crit. Gonna land his own Ice Path, but Envy first. He lands a blink, and at the same time it is Luna picking up a Keeper of the Light on the back of that one. Now 2,800 gold up on her, and actually she did have buyback, but she chose not to use it. She knows that she is the last hope of their team. Link needs to be farmed, and he can't spend his gold on buybacks, as he now has his BKB complete, so that might make a change in the next game. The next fight, that is. But that is, I mean, they still lost their melee barracks, but they still again fought off no Tidehunter, as Calculus is going to be locked inside an Ice Path. The silence up as well, might be going down before he can fly away, and he is dead. S4 picking up the kill, 2,300 gold up on him. He already has his BKB. He's been an 18 out of the 27 kill, and it is actually... Wow, Bulldog just went shopping, I think. He finished up his BKB, he finished up his Shadow Blade, and it says that he bought a Skull Basher, but I do believe that might have been a misbuy, as well, he gets found, BKB is turned on, and he actually sold his Basher again and went for Shadow Blade instead. And if you're wondering, oh my god, it's a troll build, that's actually not true. It has happened before. For example, Boba was playing a Bounty Hunter Shadow Blade. That's the first time that I actually saw that being played, but it's actually legit, because the hit that you do after you come out of stealth with a Janata, it basically means that you have like a small dagon that you can cast, but then physical. It is just so much damage that goes through, so that is why it's viable upon the Bounty Hunter. So that is, yeah, that is why he picks it up, and also why he sold his Skull Basher again, because he rather wanted to have this one. As we do have Loda now with his, indeed, Sheever's Guard, so he has that one complete, and he did have the Casual Vitality Booster still now also with the Stout Shield, so could still be going for that Vanguard at the side shop if he wants to, if he clears this out, as he is using his Tombstone to farm some creeps there. But he, well, we'll see if he's actually wanted to still pick up that one. We shall find out. In the meantime, DD is just trying to be as safe as possible. They can't afford to get picked off anymore. They need to farm in the comfort of their base, basically, like around here, and that's the same for all other things. Not go up the high ground, and then they need to have Luna having all the farm. Luna's actually going to be overextending slightly. There is a counter ward being placed here, so there's no more vision up on the high ground for no Tidehunter. But they do realize that Link is farming, but he can do that for now because no Tidehunter is just going for Roshan again, and they will be able to pick him up. I mean, no contest whatsoever. DD, well, they're quite happy at having some more time to have their Luna farmed. Link now got himself a Lucent Beam stolen. Vanguard indeed still up on the Undying, so that's going to be that one complete still. And again, S4 picking up the Aegis. Let's see if we find some new items up on the Radiant side. I do not expect it. With 700 gold up on the Luna, and well, if you look at this, and with this I mean the net worth. I'm not sure if that actually changes around with me if you're watching inside the game client. But if you check out net worth, you'll see that the Keeper of the Light and No Tidehunter, so Aki, he's got more farm than the Luna, the hard carry of DD. That is something that should not have happened. But that means that No Tidehunter's aggressive trial lane was just very successful. And with the pickups that of course Bulldog and S4 were able to do, makes all the much more difference. Threat goes up on Link, is at least slowed down, Illuminator goes through. Tombstone is up also, they don't want to be fighting just yet, they just want to take the tower. The case going through, DD being very careful. They need to go in someday though, otherwise their barracks will go down before they can do anything against it. Crit thinking about landing something, and it's actually No Tidehunter that goes in. The Rise already dropped off. Ice Path over Ice Path going through. Hook hits on Loda. Also the battery assault going off there. I don't think he's going to be able to kill him off though. Has to be running away from that one as the melee barracks still drop. S4 trying to do what he can still, of course, has the Aegis, has Crit. He is going to be going down to Bulldog, and it will be Shoxka that drops as well. Now only Link alive together with Shoxka. 4-stop forward. Calypso being used. He might actually be able to get a kill. S4 being back out of way, harm's way in time though, and it will be Link that dies. And the GG well play goes out as Bat Rider bought back and died again, and that will be No Tidehunter taking a win in their group stage for the defense from Join Dota on, I was gonna say here, but that's not true, inside the game client. There you go. Today. Well, that was awkward. Anyway, there's not gonna be any more defense matches today, but there is gonna be defense matches tomorrow. The first one will start at 7 and will be casted again by Epi. I would expect it's not confirmed yet, but it should be casted by Epi, of course, on his Join Dota live stream. So you can check that out if you want to watch more matches today. That is definitely possible. At 7, yeah, I think at 7, there will be the first match of the Dota 2 League, which is casted by HC and Draskell. So you can still watch that game if you want to watch more Dota 2, which you probably want to. Don't know if the tickets are available inside the client already though. If not, it might still be available on the ticket from the previous season, and otherwise just watch the stream on One More Game TV 2. On Twitch. That is that. Anyway, thank you for watching. My name is Sheever. I'm a Ghost of Gamers caster normally. If you want to support me, you can subscribe to my YouTube, which is youtube.com/SheeverGaming. So please do that. I'm looking for 5K subscriptions. Very much needed. But you know, just if you want to help out. And otherwise, well, otherwise, just go watch some Dota because that makes me happy too. There you have it. Anyway, thank you, and have a good day, night, afternoon, morning, whichever part of the country, world you're from, and stuff. This is one of the most awkward outros ever. I'm sorry. Bye.